welcome to our Untold Stories
Thank you.
studio. We are here to try to find out more about you. Some untold stories that you can tell us. We are mostly interested in why you are doing what you are doing. So, in your case, let's start with why do you choose to play this type of music and why do you choose to play it live?
The reason I want to play this type of music is it's music that I don't know. I don't want to make music that was #1 last week or music that was trending, or which is a thing that happens quite a lot now. I want to make music where I'm in my own corner, where I can do my own thing without being interrupted by other artists, kind of doing that sound and things like that. And the way I got that was just to kind of throw all my influences together, and it took so many years because as a producer it's really hard, as a songwriter it's really hard to throw sounds together like that until you're comfortable, like fully comfortable doing it. But I'm really happy with where my sound is now. I'm happy I created what I did and making musical pop music almost. The reason I play it live is because I have an incredible band that make my live show worthwhile doing almost, an incredible crew. And because my music lends itself to live, when I'm producing I want to get the best out of musicians and work with the best musicians, not just so they can sit and play a kick drum, but if the drummer's good, get the best out of the drummer. It doesn't mean it's not pop music. I mean, music's music, enjoy it. So that's the reason, because my music lends itself to live, and yeah.
What are, in your opinion, the ingredients for a good show? Is it the singer, the band, the audience, the mingling of all this?
I think I made a comment tonight when I was on stage, and I make it quite a lot because it's really, really important. And I think there's quite a lot of ego in the music industry, and people don't respect how many people work towards something like this event we're here at tonight. You know, I make sure people thank the promoters, thank the security, they thank everyone, but the crowd as well. But a good show, so much goes into it. You know, the scaffold builder who builds the stage at a festival has to be incredible, or the stage is going to fall apart. You know, all the tech guys, everyone, the communication between them people to create a good atmosphere for me going on stage. You know, if I've got people frowning at me because my tech team have upset them, you know, that can upset me. And I think it's just a combination of so many things. Good weather, the artist, and then when it comes to being an artist, it's kind of like I have to work with the crowd, I have to work with my band and keep the vibe going. If we're having fun on stage, people feel free to have fun off stage. So many things great, like going to making a good gig, and it's crazy how it all pulls together. It's amazing, I think.
Do you feel that the songs are living differently in different venues and different shows? The same song can come up one way or the other, and how does this work?
Very much so. I think one of mine, a prime example, it's off the first album, is Losing Sleep, where in some countries I kind of introduce it by singing the first verse a cappella and getting the crowd to sing back the Losing Sleep bit. And sometimes I've just had silence where nobody knows it at all. And sometimes you have the whole crowd singing it. But then also in terms of feel of music, I think, yeah, definitely. It totally depends what kind of who's playing after you or before you as well. You know, say if I had Avicii playing after me, the Calvin Harris tune that I did would really go off, you know, and people's tastes that, you know, if you go to a rock concert, people are more into the kind of musical side. Not musical, it's a weird word, but like more musically complicated tracks of mine, you know. Yeah. it does kind of, it is a weird thing to see sometimes. Certain tracks go crazy, and then the day after they'll just be like, well, this isn't happening. But touch wood, we're doing pretty well, and the response to our live show is going well and continues to.
How busy are you with the scheduling, the concerts and everything?
How busy am I? My girlfriend hates my job. No, she doesn't. She's very, very supportive. Incredible. I am a ridiculously busy person. I haven't had a holiday I've never had a holiday.
And how can you keep the balance between motivation and the passion to sing and doing so many concerts? And the people are always expecting the best of you.
It's not that. It's not just concerts all the time that keeps me busy, and that's the beautiful thing about music and me being so involved in the creativity of everything around me. You know, I keep myself busy, whether it be sitting at home and designing the new album sleeve, or screaming down the phone about the new video, wanting to make sure that's right, or designing clothes and everything like that. So then, when you put all of that on top of touring all the time, and then you have meetings, and I'm a very, very busy person, but the way I stay focused is by doing the work, by enjoying it still. I love my job because I'm kind of free to do what I want, really, in terms of, I don't know, I'm in a position now where my label trust me and listen to me, and I just enjoy it. I get to make videos, I get to design clothes, I get to put together live sets and everything. So I love it, and that's how I stay sane. I have definitely been on the edge of insanity sometimes, but
How do you define creativity? What's creativity to you?
Creativity is, it's kind of, to me, what creativity is it's that freedom of when I lie in my bed or when I have a bright spark and get excited about it, that there is no money involved. There's nobody going, oh, you can't do this because that's going to cost this much, or you can't do that because that won't go down well, you know. You can't have a fight in a music video because, you know, it can't be seen like that and stuff like that. Creativity is the freedom behind an idea. And then the creativity is kind of taken away when you begin the fight to make it reality. When you're kind of like trying to get budgets to make big videos, you know. When I watch a video in my head for the first time, it's like a Hollywood movie. It's crazy, you know. It's like cars crashing and people, and then my record label give me a slap on the hand, and you've got a kind of compromise, and that's when it becomes work. You start fighting for your ideas. That's not creativity.
You were saying that you need to fight for ideas to become reality. So behind every success, I guess there is a price to be paid. Mm-hmm. And for you, to me, it's in very, I don't know, touching story about how you got your voice. And if you can elaborate a little bit on that.
I started as a house DJ. My bedroom often looked like this many of nights with my friends around. We had the fire brigade coming around quite a lot with smoke pouring out of the windows. But yeah, I was DJing house tunes. That's how I started, and producing hip hop, and then kind of to make money as a kid. I got onto, if I took my mum's like Motown compilations and started DJing them, then I'd get paid more because I was playing for adults instead of kids. Which led me into that. It wasn't, I never wanted to be a singer. Like I did, but I didn't. I was too nervous, I was too shy, I wanted to hide away behind a desk. I wanted to hide away and create almost, and not have to show people that. Until my brother turned around and said, why don't you, I was studying to be a mechanic and I got stuck in the little town I grew up in. And my brother was like, you've got to get out of here. Why don't you go and study music and try using your voice? And I was like, all right. And I learned so much about myself. I got confidence that I never had, and that might have been from the social aspect of Leeds, where I was living at the time, where I wasn't being called a weirdo anymore. I was being praised for my talent. But yeah, so I just continued from there. Really.
How much are people around you help you to become who you are?
How I always explain it is, I can sit there. Say if I wanted to paint a big mural here, I'd sit and I'd draw it like perfectly with pencil, and then I'd go over it in pen, and then, although I very rarely use colours in my designs, I need the people to paint the colours. You know, they bring it to life, and that's why I was talking about a battle of creativity, because it's so hard to get people to see what you are seeing. It's so difficult. And that's why I have an incredible team around me that understand me a little more now, you know, where they go, it's John, he'd do this, you know, or they can do the colours that I'd like in that picture, almost. Whereas at the start, it was kind of, they'd throw a bucket of paint on it, I'd be like, you've ruined it. Whereas now it's good. We're all painting a beautiful picture together.
How did you grow up? Did you have heroes, people who shaped you, inspired you? One of the themes of the Untold Festival are the legends, the superheroes, not necessarily comic book superheroes, can be real life superheroes. Who shaped you as a man, as an artist?
I think it's a mixture of life experiences that shaped me a lot. I've been through a lot up until the age of what I'm at now, 25. I think it was a mixture of things, but everything happens for a reason. My father left when I was 6, so I guess, yeah, he inspired me to not be him. He inspired me to be strong by myself and look after myself and do what I want to do and not listen to anybody, which I do too much. My mother is a very, very, very inspiring person who looks after me and is so, so proud. It's almost like the paycheck to my job to see if I get a number 1 or whatever, to see the look in my mother's eyes. She's so proud. And she's watched me come all the way through and always been so, so supportive, and it's just beautiful. And now I've become a man, it's beautiful to look at her and go, what a beautiful, amazing person, you know. Instead of going, oh, it's just my mum, you know. My friends around me, one of my best friends, Tom, keeps me very humble and keeps me down to ground and helps me do everything I do and inspires me. My brother, my tour manager, my manager, I have so many people around me that are just lovely people that keep me grounded. I had an experience as well when I was a kid where I lost 2 of my best friends at the age of like 16 in a car crash. And straight away that just kind of changes your mind and inspires you. And talking about musically, one album that I listened to a lot then was Otis Redding Sings Soul, Otis Blue it was called. So Otis Redding's voice kind of led me into soul music. Yeah. There's a lot of people.
That means you deserve it.
Thank you.
And what do you do with all this power? What do you want the people to feel when they listen to your music? What do you want them to understand out of it? What do you want to offer them through your music?
Anything they want. I make music to enjoy myself, so however they want to enjoy it, and that's good. People will dislike it, people will like it. I mean, if you constantly worry about making music for a listener, you're going to drive yourself insane. Just enjoy making music. And so it's too hard a question for me.
And to close it up, let's try to define moments in life. How can you create lasting memories? Basically, you're an entertainer. You're offering people things to remember, to make their lives busier, but sometimes nicer, but sometimes they are too busy to notice, to stay, to enjoy. What's your advice to the audience? How to create memories during a festival like Untold, for example?
For me as an artist, to create somebody's moment, I remember being a kid, and if I had the opportunity to speak to my favourite artist for a second, that would have been enough. So I think for me, to create things for other people around me, just give a little time, give a little you know, just give somebody your time. It doesn't take long at all. It takes a minute, not even a minute, 30 seconds of your day to say hello to somebody and just smile at them. And that's important to me, giving people my time and listening to them like they listen to me. For an audience, I think mobile phones have become such a big thing now, where it's got to be on the mobile phone, but I definitely sit here and think to myself, some of the best experiences I've had are all kept in here, you know. Maybe with one picture to remind me of that time every so often, but yeah.
You walked into this one, so I need to ask you.
Right.
A friend of mine was telling me that now to, I don't know, immortalize the moment is more important than the moment itself. And I saw a video with you two playing in New York, and they were dressed up. Nobody recognized them. So they were not paying attention. And when they started to recognize them, because they pull off the makeup, some of them started to enjoy the moment, and most of them just started to take pictures and film it. So what's your advice? How can we live the moment, not just put it on Instagram?
I think that's it. I think you've explained it. Just don't immediately pull your phone out. And there's some incredible artists that have, I mean, Prince tends to not allow phones into his gigs, just for the reason that enjoy it, stand here, you know. As a performer, you want to look at people and interact with people. It's part of, not our job, but it's part of what we do this for, to interact with people, share moments with people. How can you share a moment with that, with a phone? You know, I share every day with my phone, all the time. It's constantly going off. It's just quite nice to interact with human beings. So yeah, I think interact with people instead of just going like that, you know, straight away.
What's multiculturality to you? How did it help you to create your art? Because to me, you're like a Renaissance man, but also I think you have covering a lot of aspects.
I think for me, we spoke about Leeds before, and how this is the only way I can explain my opinion on it, is that I kind of was in this small town where kind of everybody was the same person. Everyone had the same vision, to have kids, settle down, live in a house, fine. Go to work, fight on a weekend. And then for me, going to Leeds, it really shaped me as a person, because it was kind of a big group of people that were all going to succeed, that were trying to succeed. A big group of what I thought as, oh, there's so many other weird people here, this is amazing. So you should, like, that's the thing, you should never judge anybody for their different tastes of culture, for their involvement in life, or how they want to be put across, or anything like that. You should never judge people for that and go, oh, he's, you know, or anything like that, or she's, straight away, because you should get to know them people and take it in, because it'll probably make you a better person.
Super. That's excellent. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for your
I
time.
appreciate it.
And I really enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you, man.
Thanks.
Cheers, dude. Thank you.